Hey everyone, today's objective for NCCER is to read over the slides, which I'm going to read with you today, to watch the videos about basic safety, and then to answer and complete the worksheet, which is worth 10 points for your NCCER Module 1, Section 1. So a little bit about incident categories. We've got to be careful in the workplace. There's things called near misses, which is an unplanned event or occurrence in which no one was injured and no damage to property occurred, but during which either could have happened. Near miss incidents are warnings that should always be reported rather than overlooked or taken lightly. Always report this to your supervisor. Number 2, property damage, an unplanned event that resulted in damage to tools, materials, or equipment, but no personal injuries. Those property damage, they can add up with your tools. Number 3, minor injuries. Personnel may have received minor cuts, bruises, or strains, but the injured workers return to full duty on their next regularly scheduled work shift. A couple others are serious or disabling injuries. Personal received injuries that result in temporary or permanent disability. Including this category would be lost time incidents, restricted duty or restricted motion cases, and those that result in partial or totally disability. And finally, the worst is fatalities, deaths resulting from unplanned incidents. That's why we always have to practice basic safety. So the fatal 4 on a job site. Number 1, falls. Number 2, struck by. 3, electrical. And 4, caught in. And the other we will go over as well in our next section. So what are some major causes of incidents and why we have to be careful on the workplace? 1, failure to communicate. All right, always communicate with your coworkers and your supervisors. Also at-risk work habits. All right, alcohol or drug abuse, lack of skill, intentional acts, unsafe acts. So no horseplay, no goofing off in a work site. Also rationalizing risk, making sure that conditions at a workplace are safe, not unsafe. Housekeeping, which means what? Housekeeping, do you guys know what it means? It just means to keep your workplace and environment always clean. That way you're ready to go and there's no safety hazards at your workplace. And also management failure. So your HazCom responsibilities. Always know where the safety data sheets, the SDSs, are kept on our job site. Report any hazards you spot on the job site immediately to your supervisor. Also, know the physical and health hazards of any hazardous materials on your job site and know you practice the precautions needed to protect yourself from these hazards. 4, know what to do in an emergency, including planned evacuation routes and location of emergency phones. This could be for fire alarm, a tornado, or even a lockdown situation. Also, know the location and content of your employer's written hazard communication program. A couple different sources of energy you're going to look at in this section 1, mechanical, pneumatic, hydraulic, electrical, and chemical. All right, we're going to look at a couple of those this week. So incident reporting, all on-the-job injuries or other incidents, no matter how minor, must be reported to your supervisor. Never overlook an injury on the job site, okay? U.S. employers with more than 10 employees are required to maintain a log of significant work-related injuries and illnesses using specific forms and documents. Once again, back to our important safety data sheets. Each product used on a construction site must have an SDS or an MSDS available for immediate use. The most important things to look for are the specific hazards, personal protection requirements, handling procedures, and first aid info. All right, you're gonna look at a couple terms today. I'm not gonna read all these. They're gonna be in your assignment for today. Hopefully, you guys know what we're talking about. So next section, what we're gonna look at is elevated work and fall protection with ladders and working on elevated surfaces. As for today, there are going to be some videos attached about workplace incidents and accidents. Please watch those, and following that, please answer your Section 1.1 worksheet, which is going to be due at the end of the week for 10 points. Thank you.